In 1945, a Jewish American soldier was in the European theater of war. And then the war was over, and he happens to find himself in a particular small town somewhere in Europe. And he sees a scene unfolding that destroys him, that breaks his heart. This was the scene. He's walking somewhere in the town, and all of a sudden, from underneath a barn, he sees two figures emerge. They look disheveled. They can barely walk. Their muscles are all atrophied. They're blinking out the daylight. It's a mother and maybe a 6-year-old child. And the mother looks around nervously, to make sure that she's safe. And when she sees that there's American soldiers and it seems like it's okay, she motions to her daughter, come, and she takes her hand, and the two of them walk out of the barn towards the main road, walking off to nowhere really. And as they're passing, the soldier who's standing on the side of the road, he hears the little girl ask her mother in Yiddish, and he knows Yiddish. She says, Mom, now I can. Now I can. Is it okay? Can I? And the mother, who's lost in her own thoughts, doesn't respond. And about 10 seconds later, the girl tugs at her mother's arm and says, could I? Now I can? May I? May I? And again, the mother doesn't really realize. And the third time, the girl says, Mama, mother, now I can? Jetzt mag ich in Yiddish? Now I can? The mother looks down at the daughter and she says, Ja, yes, du magst, you could. And all of a sudden, the soldier sees this little 6-year-old girl burst into the most uncontrollable sobs, rivers of tears. Her body is racked by her crying. And her mother looks at her, and her mother too. The dam bursts. These two people are standing there right in front of him, crying uncontrollably, with literally tears dripping onto the floor around him. The soldier can't take this. It breaks his merciful, Jewish, compassionate heart. And he runs over to the mother and the daughter. He says, is everything okay? What happened here? And after they calm down, the mother says, I'm going to tell you what happened. She says, 12 months ago, a year ago, when the kind farmer agreed to hide us beneath his barn, I turned to my 6-year-old daughter and I said, you cannot cry. You can't cry here. You can't cry about Papa who was killed by the Nazis, about your siblings, your grandparents, your friends, your family. You can't cry about your reality of being cramped in a tiny little space in absolute darkness. You can't cry, because if you cry, they could hear us, and if they hear us, they'll kill us. The mother says to the soldier, for 12 months, she held in her tears. And now as we're walking out, and I told her as we're walking out that we have nothing to be afraid of anymore, that we're free, all of a sudden she says, Mama, now I can. Can I cry? Please? And when the mother said, you can, the dam burst. And so did the mothers. And obviously, so did the Jewish soldiers.